So the topic of the webinar is, do you have coaching potential? And I'm so grateful that uh, you have joined and showing up for this. And the reason you are here, because you might have self-doubt, a lot of self-doubt and a lot of self-talk that is going on in your head, that do you qualify to be a coach, and a lot of other things that is going inside your head. So I am here to answer that because I have been there. I have worked with a lot of coaches, and I know how it feels. You sometimes needs help. Sometimes you need a little push to start. But a very direct answer for this question, which is do you have coaching potential, is answer is yes already. And reason being, you have shown up. You are contemplating on a lot of things and you are looking for answers. So this itself is a yes. To what percentage we will figure out. Yes, it's for sure that if you have registered for this webinar, this topic has triggered you. That means you are already self-contemplating all of this. And so definitely the answer is yes. But the question lies or starts with a deeper thing, which is, but why do you wish to become a coach? So, why is an important question. So, anything you do in the world need to be justified with a why. And that is something you do not need to answer to anybody else in the world but yourself. So, this question is not for you to give it on chats. If you do, that's great. But it's for you to figure out and tell to yourself why I am doing this. Okay. So just a quick heads up. Have you ever asked yourself this question? We can be interactive in the chats if you don't mind. Because there are a few another set of questions that I've planned for you, and I would love to know where do you stand right now, and only if you answer these questions with minimal words. I know it takes a little pain to actually put it down on words, but then if you can really just give me few words of how do you think about it. So have you ever asked yourself this question? The chances are maybe yes, maybe no, you are just contemplating, you are just figuring out, and that's okay. So if you have not answered yourself, why do you want to coach this today? You need to do this for yourself. So what I've done is I have created all the answers that that is just that is applicable for this why. And you are here. Just pick up your thing. Why do you want to be a coach? And you can quickly pick up things from here and put it in the chat. Connect on a deeper level with my audience. That's amazing. That's amazing because so that way you are quite passionate about what you're doing. Anybody else? Come on, you just have to write in the chats that why if you are not able to figure it out, that's okay. Take a screenshot, get back after this webinar, sit down with this slide and try to connect the dot, because for some of you it might be many a things. For some of you it would be just one or two main things that you would be your whys would be for, and for some of you, like for me, it's many a lot of things. Like there's a whole lot of thing that is my why. Okay, so these are your whys. So any day you have to start with a why, because that will give you a clear roadmap and a guidance of how to go ahead. Okay. So now jumping into the agenda for the webinar, this is understanding your self-doubts. I have been there and I know how does it feel, like a lot of questions, a lot of thing inside you. And and that questions are either not letting you to take action or are stopping you, or maybe not bringing the best potential in you. Second is answering the big question like, are you a coach? Trust me, if you are interactive, you will walk away with the answer that are you a coach or not. You just need to be a little interactive. I have few set of questions, which is simply a yes and no. And if you reply it, even not to me, but to yourself, you will have a clear understanding. The third is the roadmap, the common roadmap of aspiring coaches. What is the common roadmap? And eye-opening stats about the wasted time. So the time we are contemplating and doing these things, what is the opportunity cost that is behind that? The next is the right tools for the journey. So you're starting out, you need a lot of help. And the biggest help you're looking out is for the right tool, because it's digital time, it's technical time, and you need right set of tools to figure out this journey with ease. Next is clear steps to get started. This is what is the agenda of the webinar. If you stick through it, you will walk away with all of this. To give you more clear detail, you will gain clarity on your coaching niche if you are, and create a small roadmap to attract your ideal clients. This session will simplify the process to help you make your first confident step, at least the first. Will help you narrow your niche down to make bigger impacts, and will talk the importance about it. Next is transform your idea into a step-by-step course that align with your audience, and you will walk away with 4-step framework guide to start your coaching journey. So this is very important because I do not want you to get stuck. After this webinar, you go and sit down and start working, and this is what you will get is a 4-step framework guide to start your coaching journey. Okay, so again, and the next question, I've given all the this is kind of an MCQ. What's your biggest struggle right now and as an aspiring coach? One of this. I'm sure one of this is your answer, but what is your answer? I would love to know that. Okay. To teach, to connect on a deeper level, to teach people, help people succeed, build authentic connection, achieve personal growth. Oh, I've got a lot of answers. That's great. Finding my audience and marketing. Great. Great. Amazing. At least you have clarity on this. If you are unable to answer this to yourself right now, please keep a note and answer this to yourself later, because you might be struggling with one of this or again, many of this. It depends on what stage you are in right now. But this, let's talk about the psychology of self-doubt, because you are here at the webinar and you are contemplating a lot of things. It's basically because of the two things. One is the imposter syndrome that is around us, that is within us, that is in us. And the second is fear of failure or rejection. So these are the only two psychological reason of your self-doubts of whether I am a coach or not. So let me tell you, everything is planned and everything is happening because of one or more of these things. Okay. So what is it happening? So it is whatever you are doing, whatever you are thinking, whatever your self-doubts are, it's only because of this four things: what you are seeing, what you are hearing, what you are thinking, and what you are doing. Okay, so some people think more and some people feel more. So thinking and feeling, what people are doing and saying, what people are seeing and hearing, seeing and hearing. So let me break this down of to the first one, which is what are you doing? What are you doing and saying? You are spending hours doubting your ability instead of practicing. That is definitely you're doing. You're watching webinars, YouTubes, reading blogs about coaching, but taking no absolute no action, or you are not even starting with a no, you have created a roadmap or a framework for which you will stick to for at least 6 months, and then you will say, okay, I have figured it out, or maybe I was wrong. That so then is the time you figure it out. But what you are doing is watching free webinars, YouTube videos, and you feel like, okay, I am just trying to take some time and figure out where I am. Next is start building frameworks, but leave them. You start building frameworks, which you do. And if you are doing, that's great, because you are at least bringing in some action to whatever you are thinking. So you start building frameworks, but leave them unfinished. You write notes or create rough ideas for the content, but you never publish. Next is you research online about coaching, but don't take action. You research a lot. Even after this webinar, 80% of you will walk away, and you won't probably revisit your thoughts of what action to be taken next. But that is now not how it works. So you need to be an action taker. What are you doing is, again, you follow successful coaches on social media, and you are they're kind of an inspiration. But there's a difference. Inspiration is good, but start modeling, do what they have done. If you're following them, just go back and revisit their oldest uh, courses that they have created, or the webinar they have done, and see, they were not that polished. Okay. So this is what you're doing. What you're seeing is, you are seeing influencers and coaches living seamlessly perfect life. You're seeing success stories of people who started small and became big. You are seeing ads and promotion for tools like course platforms and programs like Graphy or Zoom, and other a lot of tools which you require. You are also looking at a highly competitive market with a lot of established players. This is what you're looking at. And from here, sorry, you are starting in getting into self-doubt. Okay. So the next thing is, your social media feeds filled like polished professional coaching content, which in reality is not. Yes, it does happen. There are people who put polished professional coaching content out there, but then again, go back and visit their journey from the start. It were not that polished. You do not need to have everything to start. So this is what you are seeing, and from this is where the self-doubt are starting. Do you agree with me on this or not? And what you're hearing is, you need credentials to be a good coach. The coaching market is oversaturated, which is not, because you are unique. You bring a unique perspective to the table. There might be other people who are doing the very similar thing, but your personality, your tone, your way of answering thing is completely different, and nobody else in the world can copy that. Okay, you are not ready yet. You keep learning first. That's good if you keep learning, but then you always feel like you need to learn something more to start. That's wrong. Figure it out by doing. Take action. The only and only key takeaway which I would like you to take after this webinar is to act. Start acting. Next is positive feedback from friends and colleagues. You are so good at explaining this. I'm sure you would have got this, because if you have a coach in you, you would have got this compliment from the people around you. And next is advice like, just start, but no clear direction and know how to begin. So people are advising you, why are you wasting your time? You should start. You're so good at it. But then you are still looking for clear directions on how to begin. So this is this is what you are hearing. And this is the most important part of how you think and how you feel. Why is this important? Because this is something that is happening inside you. And mere for this reasons, you are here for the webinar today. What are you thinking is, am I knowledgeable enough to coach others? Why do you want to get this answer? Test it and get the answers for yourself. Nobody in the world can guarantee you this until you have a mindset first to try, to learn, and if fail, that's okay. Then again, learn from it and grow back. So think, what do you think, what if nobody listens to me? Nothing will happen if nobody listens to you. I feel like I don't have anything unique to offer. You need to rethink on this. Is my skill worth monetizing? This is what you feel. What if I fail publicly? This is your fear. I enjoy helping people, but does that make me a coach? You're not sure. You're still looking for an answer. What you're feeling by parallelly is the fear or judgment or rejection, the anxiety about not being good enough, hope to make a positive impact. You so wish to make a positive impact, but you don't know how, when, and the point is, you are not acting on it. Once you start acting on it, you will figure it out eventually. Next is desire to achieve financial freedom, doing something meaningful. because this is for sure. If you're into coaching, yes, you might be doing it for your passion, with your love, with because you love doing it. But at the end of the day, you are here to get a financial stability too, in some form. You are definitely here for. So you desire to achieve financial freedom, doing something meaningful, and this is again you're passionate about. You're overwhelmed by the amount of transformation on starting a coaching journey. So you are overwhelmed. Yes, you might be overwhelmed because the type of content that you're consuming is either making you fear more or making things complicated for you. You don't need to know everything. You need to know few things and start, execute, move on, and learn eventually. That is how it works. Okay. So I have few set of questions that I have specifically designed for you, and I would love to get your answers, because even if you say a yes or no, I have given the. So once you say a yes, what to do next? I've written it down, and if you say no, what to do next? I've written it down. So I quickly want you to give a Y or N or a yes or no in the chat. So the first question is, do you have expertise in a specific area that others seek guidance on? Like for, I'll give you a quick, I'll simplify the question. The question is that are people looking for some kind of help, which you are already an expert in? Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Great. Great. So now most of you have said yes, and let's see if yes is your answer, what you need to do. So if yes is the answer, you need to act. Again, acting is the first thing I always emphasis on. And now you need to stop overthinking. You have the foundational knowledge of coach. That is your passion. Your passion is the foundational knowledge. It will help you uncover everything that is about to come. Okay. So stop overthinking. Now you have the foundational knowledge to coach. Identify your niche. And we'll come to that. Don't worry. Identify your niche. That is one small thing that you're going to create, a super niche thing for, for only that particular person, whoever you can help. Only that particular person is your niche. Okay. So people who have no clarity on niche, I think you are clear on what your niche is. So whoever this person is that you're going to help is your exact niche. Okay. Identify your niche and start structuring your expertise into a teachable format. Okay. How? We'll discuss this later. And for people who have answered no, either in the chat or to themselves, you need to rethink and evaluate, because for the first reason you are here. So I'm not expecting a no from this, but even, okay, if that's a no, you need to rethink and reevaluate. You just need to be two, a very important step is here. For people who have said no to themselves, you just need to be two steps ahead of your audience to teach them two steps. Okay, so it's not like you should know everything and you can teach people. You just need to be 2 to 3 steps ahead of them and then teach them these 2 steps to come forward. And meanwhile, while you're doing this, you will never know and you will take another 2 steps forward. So this is how it works. So why I asked you to rethink and reevaluate is just keep a note. You just need to be 2 steps ahead of your audience. Okay. So, and if it's a no, consider gaining more experience in specific field, because I'm sure you're taking a lot of courses, a lot of webinars, you're upskilling, you're learning a lot of things. That's great. So do a little more, but be mindful. Don't get into everything. Explore areas where you are naturally skilled or passionate and start learning or practicing to build expertise. Okay, so this is what you have to do if your answer is no. Coming to the very next question, which is, have you ever helped someone solve a problem or achieve a goal using your knowledge? Yes or no? Have you ever helped someone solve a problem or achieve a goal using your knowledge? So the simple question is, have you helped anyone with the knowledge you have? Yes, 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 yes. Wow, great. That's amazing. But not in a structured format. Not, that's not at all important, because that must have impromptu come to you. That's totally okay. And maybe that was your interaction with your passion of coaching. So that's totally okay. So if your answer is yes, that's great. You're already practicing coaching in some way, subconsciously or consciously. That does not matter. You have entered into the coaching world. What you need to do is reflect on what worked. Just revisit on what worked for you when you were actually coaching, when you were actually helping, what worked for them. Refine your approach, refine everything that worked. What just you need to recollect your memories of how did you do it, and you have to refine things a little, not 100%. Again, nothing you have to do at once. What you have to do is you have to refine a little and little and little, and start formalizing your coaching methods. That is how it happens. It's not like you have to be 100% perfect to be a coach. No, there are technical glitches. Even I've taken webinars where my Zoom had not been working. I have to get back. I have to cancel my webinars. That's okay. That's a part of it. I'm learning. I am learning. You are learning. Everybody is learning and growing. That's how you start or enter this coaching industry. Okay. And if it's a no, if you have never helped, so I would request you to start small right now. Help a friend or colleague with their challenges if you can. If free, that's great. If not, with a minimal price that you can put to it, and start helping and bring real impacts to them. So that is why free webinars comes to the concept, right? What are free webinars? Even this is a free webinar. You are going to get a lot of amazing, great value in which I am good at, and I pass it on to you. And that is how I make an impact. The same thing you need to do, either online, offline, or whatever works for you. You need to start small, help a friend, a colleague, or anybody who is facing a challenge, help them with it. And this will build confidence in you, in the person who is taking it. And this will validate for the question for which you are here today. That is, are you a coach or not? So this builds confidence and validates your ability to guide others. Okay. So the next question is, do you feel confident sharing advice or insights publicly? That means, are you confident enough sharing advice? जो भी आपके, whatever you have in your mind, whatever you're good at, do you feel like, oh, I should pass on this knowledge to people, either with social media, either with workshops you do? Like I'm passionate about telling people what are the opportunities that's lying outside, and how you can leverage that, how you can start slow. So that's why I'm here, right? So, so are you confident sharing advices or insights publicly? Yes, 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 yes. Great, great. So I think eventually I don't have to say you're getting all the answers of you are a coach or not. Okay. So even in this case, if it's a yes, great. That's super amazing. That's the best thing that can happen to you for this webinar, at least, because the 80% of the chances, if you said yes, you are in for coaching. Now, if yes, begin sharing small, valuable tips or stories to build your audience and credibility. How? That is a separate thing. The point is, you should know that you should start. You should start doing it now. Okay. And if that's a no, so start by sharing advices in a private or small circle. Like I have a small community, WhatsApp community, where I keep pushing people, keep bringing them new perspective, more ideas, and more things on whatever expertise I hold. Okay. So I definitely do that. And showing up publicly is also one thing. Confidence grow with practice. So focus. I was a very camera shy person. I actually don't like getting clicked, but then I think it's my passion that brings me here and opens up with you all people. So that is how I practice. It was initially a no for me, but now that's a yes. It happened with a lot of practice, and this will happen for you too. So you don't have to worry. So if it's a no, start practicing. Confidence will grow as you practice. So focus on helping others rather than worrying about the perfection. That is a big key takeaway from this webinar. Next is, do you enjoy helping others grow or overcome their challenge? What is the answer? What do you feel? Do you enjoy helping others grow or overcome challenge? Yes, 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 yes. Great. Great. So if you do, you know that there's a coaching spark in you. So let's see if that's a yes. This is the heart of coaching. You have answered almost everything. If that's a yes, you are a passionate about whatever expertise that you want to share with the world, whatever topic you have. So this is the heart of coaching. If you are helping, you're enjoying the process of helping others. So that's it. You are a coach. So if yes, use this motivation to create impactful content and start engaging with potential clients. So you can actually create content around that. Yes, be very real upfront that yes, I am passionate about this and I wish to reach and impact so many lives in such and such manner. It's as simple as that. No videos like in which you're doing a lot of stuff, but then if you talk from your heart that this is what I do and I love doing it and I'm impacted so many people and this, that. So that's great. And again, if your answer is no, reflect on why you are drawn to coaching. Okay. I told you the empathy mapping that we created. You have been subconsciously felt because coaching, to be real, has been marketed well. Yes, it has a lot of opportunity and a lot of scope, and it has an amazing market which you can capture and you can leverage. But only if you're passionate and you have some kind of expertise. And if your answer to this is no, then you definitely need to sit down and reflect on why you are drawn to coaching. If helping others doesn't excite you, coaching might not be right for you. If this answer is no, then I think this webinar is also not for you. But then let's see ahead. Next question is, do you understand your target audience needs and challenges? Yes, 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 yes. Great, great. I mean, that's amazing that you have an understanding to whom you are catering, what are their exact problems there, because at the end of the day, whatever your service is, trust me, it's not just one problem that you are going to solve. That are many problems that you are going to solve, which is indirectly or directly related to your service. So when you will sit down to work on this, you will understand in detail, but then this definitely happens. So anyway, if your answer is yes, do you understand? What you need to do is that's super excellent. Start crafting solutions or content tailored to this needs. So if you understand your target audience well, good enough, their pains, their struggles, what their fears, their hopes, their desire, how they're wanting their life to be, you can craft solution on content tailored to this needs. And we'll discuss this in some time. If that's a no, please research your audience, because without this, you cannot move the needle. You need to research your audience, engage with them to understand their pain points and aspirations, then align your coaching to address themselves. So it's not always about your service. Be mindful. People are selfish. They are not going to buy from you if you say that I am a good coach and buy from me. They will only buy from you if you talk about their problems you solve, their fears, their struggles, their hope, and tell them, I am here to help you with this. So this is how, this is what you do. In case you do not have an understanding of your target audience, you need to research your audience. And even for people who have said a yes, this is something you need to do. That is, research your audience well enough, in which you can understand their pain points, their aspirations, the struggles, and everything related. And then you can create content connecting that dots. Okay. The next amazing question is, are you willing to commit time and effort to learn and grow as a coach? Because you are here, you are contemplating, because you're still contemplating, I'm not sure. Because I so want to understand this. Are you willing to commit time and effort to learn and grow as a coach? And the amazing answers are yes, yes, and yes. That's great. That's great. That's how you upskill. That's how you keep learning. Things are changing in the market very rapidly, and you have to say yes for this, no matter in what niche you are in. That's great. So what if a yes? If that's a yes, you are ready for the coaching industry. That's congratulations, because you have finally decoded that you are a coach. If that's a yes, you are ready for the coaching journey. You need to now know the right tools, the right resources, the right roadmap, the right strategies, but a very simplified one where things are not overwhelming for you. Like if you need to do 15 things and you need to be a coach, that's quite difficult. But you need a simplified thing where you can do reduce that 15 tasks to say 5 tasks, and then you are coach, then you can enjoy your work. So you need to definitely know the right tools, the right strategies, the right resources, the right help person who have done it, who have figured it out already. Okay. And there are additional skills also that, like, if you are a coach, you also need to know how selling works. Today you need to know how selling works. That, but then you should just need to know. It's not that you should be a super expert at it. And if you have answered no to this, let me tell you, coaching requires a lot of dedication. It's not a short term business or a quick rich scheme or a quick success formula. It's not like that. See, trust me, people know you within 10 minutes that if you are an expert or not. You cannot bluff people. People are going to give you 5 minutes and they are going to leave you back like, okay, this is not happening. This is fake. This is not real. So coaching requires dedication. And if you're not passionate, if you're not an expert, if you're not committed to grow and put in time for this is absolutely not for you. So what do you need to do in case your answer is no? Assess if you are ready to prioritize this path. Sit down and reevaluate that are you able to go all in for this? You need to go all in. It's not like a 30-40% or a 50%. You need to go 100% in for this. Then this is your path. And if it is not, please sit down and figure it out. If not, revisit when you feel more prepared. If you are still feeling like you have a strong feeling that I need to learn more, I need to, 90% chances are you're right. But not 90%, 70% chances are you're right. But please do understand, most of the time we are overthinking. Okay. And one more question. Do you have a unique perspective or approach to solving a problem? So what is a unique perspective and approach? That is, so like my kind of teaching is mostly very, very, very interactive. So I like a lot of interaction and a lot of action and a practical uh, takeaways and guidance on that. So this is my unique perspective, and I put a lot of challenges and thought of stuff so that I make sure people finish whatever they take. So that is one way, and there are a lot of other perspective that my courses and programs have. So do you have a unique perspective or approach to solving a problem? It's not about your teaching one thing. What is your approach? How are you? What is your unique perspective that you put into that program? Are you aware of this? Do you have it? Do you have clarity on what is this? This is a tough question, I know, but oh wow, the answers are yes. That's amazing. That's amazing. If you know it, an amazing activity, please write it down. Please write it down. Although the 4-step framework that I'm going to discuss will give you a detail about that we are going to discuss right now. Okay. So if yes, most of you have said yes. So highlight your unique proposition, write it down very clearly, because that is what will differentiate you from the market. This is your differentiation point. What others are people and what you are doing. What is the difference between them? Why should I buy from you is here. It lies here. Okay. And if it's a no, because there are few no's also, start brainstorming, think about it, do a little bit of more research, learn a lot more. If you have this thing, learn a lot more. Uh, Start learning techniques that set you apart. Study successful coaches. And by study, I do not mean simply study. That means modeling. Modeling, what does it mean? Do what they have done. It's not only about studying. We follow many pages and we like many a reels and wow, they have done amazing. No, try to copy what they've done, because even if you're copying, that's a very amazing quote, that even if you're copying, you never succeed to copy 100%. And even if you succeed to copy 80%, you are unique, because that's different. So you just not need to follow successful coaches. You need to do exactly what they have done. If you have no strategies, no help, this is the help. This is how to help yourselves. Study successful coaches and do what they have done. Try what they have done. Okay. So from this we have come to an amazing session on sorry, the question answer round on are you a coach or not? How many of you are a little clear on this question right now? That do you have coaching potential or not? Are you a coaching material or not? Do I fit in as a coach or not? Yes, yes. Most of you, I'm assuming, would be clear, because there are some super amazing questions that I've created for you to figure out by not even answering me, answering to yourself. So, if most of the questions that you have answered in this session are yes, what does it mean? And what are the next steps? So, it means if most of the questions you have answered is yes, you are either already a coach or have the potential to become one. 100%, no doubt. Okay. You have the skills. And if not, you are also learning to get more skills. I am sure. The reason you are showing up, I'm sure you are 100% interested in building more and more skills adjacent to your coaching, which is other skills which will help you promoting your coaching, sell your coaching, promote yourself. Those skills, you have the right mindset. Negativity happens, and that always happens. We cannot we have some control over it, and but take command over that. Don't self sabotage yourself on thinking negative of what can't happen. Think about what can happen. Okay, so you definitely have the mindset. Sometimes you get into negative zones, but that's okay. Come back as soon as possible from that negative mindset. And you have a desire to create an impact for sure. It's not always about the money. Yes, it's about money, but not always about the money. So you want to create an impact. Definitely you want to create an impact. So what are the next steps is you you need to define your niche. Some of you are aware, and we'll discuss about it. You second is start creating content or framework to help others. How? We'll discuss about it. Your tools. What are the tools like Graphy to build and launch your coaching program? Begin like just an example is Graphy. So when you sit down to create all this, you need a lot of different tools. Okay, I've done it. I've created landing pages on WordPress and then automation tools and a lot of things. But there's one generic solution that recently my clients have been using is Graphy. That's an amazing tool. And you can use tools like Graphy to build and launch your coaching program, which is almost everything that you can think of, which you need in your coaching to help start your coaching journey is here. Next is begin engaging with your target audience through interactive sessions, social media, and beta coaching. Beta coaching is your trial lots, your trial coaching or the trial webinars or the free webinars that you want to take. So how many of you are in for this and are going to do this? Yes, 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 great. But I'll do it. I'll do it. Great, great, great. Amazing. But that's not a hit. I know it's easy to say a yes, but you need a lot of help. And that's why we have planned this webinar for you. But before that, let me show you what if your answers were no, what does this mean and what are the next steps? So if that was a no, you might not be ready to be a coach yet. Yet is an amazing word here because you are still figuring it out, and that's okay. Some things take time. But that doesn't mean you can't become one. Your doubts are a sign that you need clarity and preparation because you're here. You're definitely interested in this. You need a little more research or a little more work on this to figure it out. And that's okay. It's totally okay. And the next steps are if that's a no for you, explore areas you are passionate about. You need to explore more and more and more of things so that you figure out what you are passionate about and what you are expert at. Okay. Second is you gain confidence by starting with small scale guidance. I told you, the best way to start is start with your near and dear ones, help them with your service, a demo service or whatever, where you can show your expertise and you can help them with your uh, coaching or services, however it is. Then learn about coaching through courses or mentorship to understand the field better, like Team Grappy. And there are many other places where you can learn a lot of way how to start coaching. Okay. Coaching, mentorships, how to actually sell, how to promote yourself, how to create courses, the details of it. And use free resources such as webinars like this one to gain clarity. I'm sure you are here and you would have got immense clarity and immense detailing on where are you right now. So this kind of webinars are full of value. So sometimes they are not. So you can definitely leverage this. Okay. So stats on wasted time, the time you have wasted till now thinking and getting answers and getting validation that I'm a coach or not. What is the cost of this doubt and procrastination? Let me tell you, and I wanted to bring the stats because most of us are not action takers. We'll shut down this laptops, we'll go back and we'll start scrolling and we'll do absolutely no action. So what is the cost of wasting this time is ideally 3 to 5 years. Average time spent hesitating to start is 3 to 5 years. This is how you are going to waste your time. And I do challenge you, please do not jump into action. Maybe you will fail. You will get 1 or 2 registrations initially, but then please start. That is how everybody starts. 50% of you who are here are never going to take your first step. This is the webinar you took. You're going to bed and you're going to get back to your life that is happening to you. And 80% of you are still, which I understand, feel overwhelmed by tools and strategies. What tools to use? इसमें क्या use करना है? क्या use नहीं करना है? That is something uh, you will, you're not sure of. So what I bring to you is because you have shown, you have proved that you are passionate about coaching. So immediate roadmap is the overview roadmap. I would say this is an holistic view of your roadmap of being an aspiring coach. Starting your coaching journey is skill and knowledge discovery. You have done it. You know what the skills you have, what the knowledge you have. Now, what you have to do is learn a little bit more the technical things, the tools, the strategies. You need gaining confidence through practice. You need to practice and practice and practice. You need to learn how to engage with audience is definitely one. You are good at what you are doing, but from where would people know that you are good at what you're doing? By engaging with the audience, by creating content that resonates with the audience. Next is building a community. What is a community is not the following on your social media groups. Community is a close knit circle which is inspired by you every day, almost every day, to act, and you give them immense amount of value every day, no matter free or paid, and they are your super fans, so that whatever you bring in, they know that you are best at it and they take it. That is how you create a community. And creating a community always starts with putting in flowing of amazing solid values. You keep posting amazing valuable either videos or whatever that you're creating, or either short courses or whatever. And next is monetizing your expert. You need to monetize your expert. So these are kind of stages, I would say. And what do you feel? What stage do you think you are at right now? Are you learning skill? Are you trying to gain confidence through practice? Are you learning how to engage with audience, or you're building a community, or you're already monetizing your expertise? Which stage are you in? Okay. Second, gaining confidence through practice. Great, great. That's amazing. Second, great. Great, that's amazing. But here comes the roadmap, which I told you I'll give you. the 4-step framework, which you have to start. I told you, I do not want you to walk away with this as another webinar. I want you to act. What you need to do is right here is create foundation of top selling courses. Or if you have a top selling course, what are the elements? And here I will share another. Yeah. So this is the PDF. I'll share this with you. So the first step, strategic roadmap of aspiring coaches is uh, creating foundation of a top selling course. How do you do that? First thing first is niche. Very important. You should have a clarity on niche. So imagine if you're a fitness enthusiast and now you're exploring your option to sell a digital course. Option one, a quick one. Option one is general fitness 101 is your niche, or option two, 10 minutes postpartum workout for new moms. Which is more catchy? General fitness or 10 minutes postpartum workout for new moms? Option two. Most of them said option two. Yes. Because, and why is it? Because it is super niche down. It is actually telling them who is this for? It's for new moms. And what is exactly what stage? They are in the postpartum stage. So this is what niching looks like. If you sell something, for example, if you're a life coach, then you cannot simply write life coach. You have to mention what exact stage you are in and how do you help them. Okay. So the point is clear. The wider you go, like a maths class, this is very wider. The fewer you sell. The more specific you go, your niches, the easier it is to connect with the audience. Okay. And this is an example. Second is, so I hope you're clear how you have to niche down. This is how you have to niche. Okay. You have to create a niche around that course. Second is course audience. Your audience is a very broad segment of people who might be interested in your niche. So course audience, it's like people interested in fitness program. Okay. So that is your course audience. You have to figure that out by demographics, by all the detail, male, female, who is this? You have to understand the audience and create the client avatar. That means that one person who is going to buy from you, you have to create that. For example, a 32-year-old mom seeking 10-minute postpartum workout to regain energy and confidence. This is the example for this case. Okay. And the framework to create ICA, the ideal client avatar, is define their identity by identity, demographic, age, gender, location, income, psychographic value, belief, interest, aspiration, their their problems, which is primary pain points, emotional triggers. You need to clarify their goals, short-term, long-term goals, and picture their journey. What will happen before and what will happen after. Before, they'll feel tired, lost, and out of shape. And after your course, they'll feel confident, energized, and consistent with fitness. This is what you bring to the table. Next is you have to create a course story. What is a course story? So course story ties your personal experience to the transformation your student speaks. So, for example, in this case, after this particular course, the person who is promoting the course, her story is, after my first child, I struggled to find time for fitness. I tried long routine, but couldn't stay consistent. Finally, I created a 10-minute system that fit into my day and helped me regain my energy. That system is now the core of my course, designed to help new moms like you to achieve the same. So this is a very simple course story. So what is your story? You link it to the course that you have created. You always have a story. The reason you have come up with a course is you have worked on it and it might have a story. 190% of the chances it might have a story. You just have to figure it out. I think, is this clear? Okay. So create your freebies and lead magnets. And by this, this is a freebie. This webinar is a freebie. Okay. So what can be a freebie? That can be a PDF guides. That can be a short videos. It can be a free webinars. Example, PDF can be, it's just one example, 5 simple postpartum fitness hack. A book on that would be a free lead magnet. quick tips or exercise to spark interest, a short video in that. It's a lead magnet. What is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is something that will your ideal client wants, and they will use it in. You will get it once they put in their name and phone number, like you did registration for this webinar. Okay. So include WhatsApp sequence, like you would have got a WhatsApp message or an email. So you have to set up this. But the point, very important point when you're creating freebies and lead magnets is always focus on what and why, not the how. Because the how part is where you are super expert at and you want to monetize that. So always focus on what and the why. So what and the why is like address the problem. So why is this important? Uh, what damage is it's making to you? And examples, share why postpartum fitness improves energy and mood, but save workout specifics for your program. So this is the what and why, not the how. How is always for your paid courses, where here comes your expertise, your knowledge. Okay. And the third point is what I want you to do is find your USP. You said most of you told that you know your USP, what your unique selling proposition is, and create an offer. So, uh, how to do this? Step two: discover your USP in case you have not. First is understand your audience pain point. You need to do this. Example: just I've given one example. You can come up with many. New moms feel overwhelmed by fitness routine that demands too much time. That can be one pain point that you are trying to solve. Identify your strength and weaknesses. Identify your strength. It's not about your audience now, because you're trying to figure out your USP. You have to identify your strength and uniqueness. So your personal success with 10-minute exercise tailored for your business schedule. Okay. Next is test and refine your USP. You need to test this for sure, because that is what the point is. We need to act on whatever you're creating. So you need to test, share drafts on the messages on social media. How do you test this? We'll check this in the below. Next is you have to create an offer. Without offer, nobody is going to buy. Nobody is going to buy if you do not have a right offer in place. It's not always about the product or the service or the package or the program that you have created. It's about the complete offer. What is it inside them with your USP? Okay. So if you see, create an irresistible offer is postpartum strength reboot, a 30 days fitness plan. This feels already empowered. Okay. So you put a very good element that 30 days is the time in which you will get a fitness plan. And this is a postpartum strength reboot. You will get all the strength after your postpartum that you had. So this line itself is very self-explanatory, very empowering, and very moving for the people, for your ideal client. You should always include bonuses that are included in it, like free meal plan and accountability tracker. You can create a lot of free bonuses. If you are not able to create, you will figure it out, because once you create the course, the name of the course, you will please sit down and do some work on what bonuses can I give to this set of community or ideal client. Okay, but how to communicate the value of the offer that you have created? This is the most important thing. If you do this right, you are going to sell anything that you create. So you have to focus whenever you are creating this. You have to always focus on the outcomes. You don't have to say that I have a course, come join me. You have to say, like, focus on the outcomes. That means highlight what student will achieve, gain, or solve. By the end of this course, you will regain your strength and confidence with simple, time efficient workouts that fits into your busy day. Second point is clearly talk about the pain point. Explain how the course solves specific challenges. Example, struggling to find time for fitness as a new mom. We will show you 10-minute exercise that are easy to follow and effective. Did you see the difference? Showcase your expertise. Show them that you are an expert. Don't say, show them that you are an expert. How do you do that? Build trust by sharing credentials or past successes if you have any. So as a certified fitness coach and mom who's been here, I've helped hundreds of moms feel strong and confident again. This is how you show them. These are my numbers. These are how people felt about it. Create a sense of urgency. What is an urgency? It's like I have a limited time offer, and or whatever it is, or it is only till first 10 people. I am not taking more than 20 people in this cohort. This is the urgency that you can create, and a lot of urgency that you can create. So what is an urgency? Encourage immediate action with time sensitive offer. That means you do it now or you lose it. You do it now or you lose it. This is like a sense of urgency. Okay. And use a lot of social proof. That is testimonials. Put in testimonials that you've got from in the past. So this is how, if you club this with your unique selling proposition, so this will create immense value in the mind of people who are going to buy from you in future or contemplating to buy from you. Okay. The fourth thing that I want to work on you, work you for this is validate your course idea. So what is validate your course idea? That means test. Now is the time to test your course idea. You do not need to sit down and create your complete course to launch. You need to validate the idea first. And let me give you a few simple examples on how to do it. So in case if you have an audience, there are two scenarios. If you have an audience and if you do not have an audience. So in case if you have an audience, that is on social media and other places or emails and other places, use stories to ask for feedback. A very simple story where you can ask, which course would you like to take? Just a quick poll. It's not that you have created this course, just a quick poll, like option 1, 10-minute postpartum workout or a full day 30 fitness reboot. The answers will motivate you to create one. I'm sure if you have an audience, you will get answers, you'll get feedbacks, and you will be moved enough to create this and work for it. So do this. Add context to your poll. In the next story, bring in more context. See, and very simplified way that I am saying, I have an expert in this. I am planning to create this, and what do you think, or whatever you have, vote for it. Okay. So here the example is I'm creating a course for new moms to regain energy and confidence. Your input will help me decide the right topic. Vote now. Or create a follow-up story. What's the biggest challenge you face? Ask them. What's the biggest challenge you face with postpartum fitness? Or your child not studying in case you have a coaching something. In case 2 scenario, that is if you do not have an audience, create an optimized profile. Optimize your profile, that is put in what you do. In your bio, put in what you do. Okay. If possible, please use LinkedIn or Instagram. That's an amazing platform to use where you have all your ideal client people out there. So please use that. Develop a lead magnet. What is a lead magnet? I told you, a freebie. It can be a PDF, it can be an ebook, it can be a free webinar like this one. And you put it out there that this is a free. Free is very lucrative. People do join because they do not pay and they get a lot of value. So you can create a lead magnet and post it there. Promote the lead magnet. Tell everybody, shout out that I am going to create this. Do join in, get a lot of value. And the next thing is ask for feedback via CTA. So like for this, I would love to have your feedback of how the session was. So I request, and officially I request you all to give us a feedback on this. So that is what you need to do. So these are the 4 steps I want you to do. I've summarized it once again. Define your niche and ICA, ideal client avatar. Create a lead magnet. Show up consistently. If not, at least start planning to show up consistently and launch your beta course without any self-doubt. Don't sit back. Start working, creating a course, and then doing the launching. Do the opposite. Launch it first and then create a course. Okay? And let's get back to my slide. We will finish it off in under the 10 minutes. Okay, so these are the 4 steps. Do you need the PDF of this? Yes, it does work. If that is again full of value, do this freebie still work? It does work. What do you think? This webinar is a freebie? Is it not? Yes, if you need the PDF, uh, just a minute. Just scan this and you would be able to get it in your inbox right now.